Hi. Before my son can wake up, I want to express and to let the world know what Laryngomalacia is. Basically, as soon as I gave birth, I have story time. Story time will come up soon, but right now, I want to, talk about what he has. So after I gave birth, I noticed my son, his name is Christopher Saint For Leon. I noticed that my son had like this sound, like I thought he was congested. And every parent thought, like, when you give birth, the kid is cold and stuff like that. So I thought my son had a cold. Come to find out, my son didn't have a cold. He had a sound that sounds like Strider. I have a best friend. She basically told me that you need to get that checked. To tell you the truth, I didn't believe her. I mean, I know that she knows her stuff. I know that she knows what she's saying because she works with kids. But the thing is, like, I just gave birth. To tell you the truth, I do not feel like going up and down, up and down. And I spoke to my doctor, the primary doctor for him, and he said basically, what happens when the baby drinks milk, there has like, the milk gives them mucus. So, you don't, there's nothing for you to worry about. Basically, you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so I'm listening to my doctor. My doctor's telling me not to worry about it. Now, as time progressed, now it's 1 month, my best friend now, she's like, Luna, I really need you to make a doctor's appointment. Now my husband's on it because since my best friend said it, now my husband's saying it. So I was like, you know what, let me make an appointment. So, she would be like, did you make an appointment? Did you make an appointment? I'm like, you know what, I made the appointment. She's like, very good. So you tell me what happened, and this is what's gonna happen, this is what's gonna happen. So I spoke to the doctor, and the doctor saw my son and checked, the throat, the chest, the head, everything as a doctor's supposed to. Then the doctor was like, oh, it's nothing, there's nothing going on, but for to double check, I'm gonna bring you to ENT doctor. So we went to the ENT doctor. Mind you, I don't know nothing going on. I don't know nothing. I'm going through my own little postpartum. I'm going through my own little thing, and I feel like my head is exploding. I have 2 kids, one who's 3 years old, and now I have a newborn, an infant. My emotions going up and down, up and down. I don't know what to do. So I seen the ENT doctor, and when I get to see the ENT doctor, I'm not thinking nothing big. I'm not thinking nothing, probably it might be a cold, or probably it might be a sound that will fade away. So when I see the ENT doctor, the doctor greet me very nice, very, very kind. Everybody greet me very nice, very kind. Because I think, when you're a new mom, I think they're supposed to do that. So I expressed to the doctor that my son is throwing up. My son is not latching on to my breast, and I feel like I am in deep emotion, like a deep depression, because I feel like I need to give my son breast milk, because I know that breast milk is a good feel. So I expressed that to the doctor. She said, you know what, I'm going to give you reflux medication for your son for 1 month. Within that month, if it doesn't subside, you have to come back to me. I went back to her. But I forgot to tell you that she did see what was going on through his throat. Like there's like a long, like it's like, I could say, it is a shape as a straw going down my son's nose. And they went all the way down his nose, down to his throat, and they can see what is going on. And so she said, your son has Laryngomalacia. Mind you, it took me a whole 2 weeks to pronounce the word Laryngomalacia. So I said, okay. So I was like, what does that mean? She said, basically, it's a soft tissue that is in the shape as an omega sign, and is causing your son to not drink, or to have problem drinking. And I said, this is the reason why he's having a problem with my, my breast. She said, yeah, it can do so because sometimes when a child has that, they're pulling very much. They're burning a lot of calories. And because they're burning a lot of calories, they're not gaining any weight. Mind you, I didn't know what this was. Nobody ever prepared me for that. Nobody ever prepared me for it at all. So I spent a month giving my son medication. It didn't work. He throws up. I can't sleep because at night I have to hold him a certain way so that he won't choke through his own vomit. He's choking through the vomit, and also it's coming out his mouth, it's coming out his nose. He's just trying his best to breathe, and it's not working. It's not working at all. And I'm like livid. I'm very livid because I'm like, I cannot believe I'm going through this. I cannot believe this is happening to me. I can't believe it. So now the month come by and she said, let me see what's going on again. So now my son is 3.5 months, and she did the tube thing again. She went down to see what's going on. She said, well, it looks like your son has the laryngomalacia and is very tight. So we're going to have to prepare for surgery. The main reason why they said they're going to prepare surgery, my son have not gained a proper weight that he's supposed to. He has not gained the proper weight. He has lost a lot of weight, that he is under the 2 percentile of gaining weight. And okay, so my phone had died and it looks like my son is about to sleep. I was basically saying that he's under the 2 percentile. So that means that he has not gained any weight, and because he has not gained any weight, they say they're going to operate on him. Mind you, I already did my research. I saw the procedure. I saw what it looked like. Also, I'm gonna insert some videos of how he sounds when he's sleeping. Also, I'm just gonna, give you some more information because I feel like on YouTube there's not a lot of videos where people talk about laryngomalacia, and it's a very common thing for people. And if you're going through something like this, like I have, I mean, we can come together and we can support each other, because this is something that is really gonna take toll on you, and I'm preparing myself for it. I did my research, I did my homework, I looked to see what kind of procedures is done for it. I know that there's 2 forms of procedures, is laser and also they use tools. I spoke to the doctor and I asked her which one is the best option, and she said the tool, because the laser one, sometimes, it's laser, it's like burning your skin, burning. And she said, well, if you do that, then it's like some of the particles can go down the esophagus. And when it goes down the esophagus, the child will have to stay in the hospital a little bit longer. I don't want that. So she said it's an hour procedure. Mind you, I have not been apart from my son. I have not. For me to let him go to a surgeon hand for 1 hour, oh Lord. So right now, I'm doing the best. I'm trying to stay sane for my 3-year-old, my husband, and also be happy that I'm capable of doing it, because I know there's people out there who doesn't have insurance, who are unable to do it. So as I'm saying this to you, I'm very emotional. I'm very, very emotional. I'm holding back tears right now a lot, and I don't know how I can say how I'm feeling. I don't know how I can. I'm also grieving at the same time. Because when I conceived Christopher, I lost my mom at the same time. I don't know how to express to you what is in my mind, but I know God is good, God is great, God is invincible. I know Christ has me. I know he lives in me and my son. So I have no fear. You know, God said he's not going to give me too much for me to discourage myself into. Listen, I'm giving myself courage and strength. I'm the queen of this house. I need to go on. Anyway, I'm getting emotional. I'm smiling, you know, but in my heart, I'm paining. So I can see that he's about to wake up soon. So guys, pray for me that my son comes out great. I also will give you a part 2 of, you know, how he is after the surgery. I'm not posting that much. After I finish the surgery, then I can tell you what's going on, and I'm taking it slow. I'm taking it, you know, slow at a time, so one day at a time. But anyway, I'm going to be leaving you guys with that information. Other than that, if you feel that it was great information, and if you feel that I'm reaching out to you, thank you so much. You know what to do. I don't have to repeat like everybody else does. I hate it. Just like my button. If you feel like you want to, you can. If not, I understand. You can watch somebody else. But I have more information to give out. I have details of other things. Just please bear with me. This is my life. This is Mrs. Leon's life. So here we go. Here we go. Until next time. Love you guys.